Welcome to Fire-Breathing Kittens, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Today is a special episode because we're joining our new friend, Cloud. Hi, Cloud.
Hello, I'm Cloud. Nice to meet you. For those of you who don't know me, I am a Tabaxi ranger who stands at about, let's say 6 feet and 5 inches. And, I love carrying around my bow and arrow. And, I'm a beautiful sandy orange with brown stripes. Just to get a picture of what I look like in all of your heads.
It's nice to meet you, Cloud. I'm Olive. So, you're a new addition to the Crayon Box. What color would you be and why?
Orange. I love orange because it reminds me of my skin and they're delicious.
Yeah, they are. Cloud, what are your strengths?
My strengths are my keen vision with my beautiful green eyes and cutting things with my beautiful sharp claws that I trim every morning, make sure they look good.
Terrifying. All right. And what are your weaknesses?
My weaknesses. Water. Water is my one weakness. I hate it. I cannot stand it on my fur.
All right. Yeah. Fur takes a really long time to dry out. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and don't, please. I'm done with the water section.
Okay. All right, moving on. Where did you grow up, Cloud?
Well, I grew up in the Purple Ridge Mountains, located in some secluded place. Not many people don't know it, but I grew up with my tribe. Grew up with one of my best friends. But besides that, that's all history for me now. I'm a traveler now. Don't worry about my past.
Okay. Why do you want to join the Fire-Breathing Kittens Guild?
Well, I would love to make a little money, if I'm being honest. It's a little hard doing it on your own now, but I'm looking for friends. You know, ever since I lost my best friend, I've been kind of lonely, and traveling alone is not the best sometimes, and I'd like to find a group of people who would happily accept me.
Exactly. It's dangerous to go alone out there. Indeed. Question 6 out of 15. If you were given a 1-minute advertisement time spot during the annual Nicomoy Fighting Tournament, sort of a Super Bowl, if you will, a sports festival that everyone watches, what would you fill it with?
Well, I would fill it with my favorite pastime, which is just taking up my bow and arrow and setting up a course where I do several trick shots, blindfolded, jumping around, jumping through hoops with fire. You know, just showing off my theatrical ability with my bow and arrow and my agility.
Yeah, that sounds great. So, Cloud, what do you like doing in your spare time?
Well, I like to just meet people. I like to go around, figure out what stories they have, what interesting tales they have to tell me. I love just getting the perspective of everyone around me. So if you have a good story to tell, I will sit down and listen.
Ah, that's great. Great for traveling fire tales. You know, when you're all sitting around the fire eating s'mores.
Yes, and with fire around me, I don't have to worry about the water because it steadily evaporates. So I'm happy. Out on fire.
Yes. Question 8. What things in life are still a mystery to you?
Well, how did we all get here? Right? Where did we come from? What is our purpose? What is there out there beyond, just going beyond our day-to-day lives? I get a little existential sometimes, but I think that's what the journey's all about for me, right? But sometimes I may stay up a little longer than I intend to, just thinking about those questions specifically.
Thus explaining what cats are thinking about as they stare at the wall for minutes at a time.
Yes, and I've had some interesting conversations with some of my smaller feline brethren, for sure.
Yeah. Everybody's got one. Cloud, what's your annoying habit?
Well, maybe not annoying to me, but I am a sucker for a pretty face, so I get a little distracted sometimes. Some of my friends would always point out that my tail starts to wander, and I might start to drool a little bit if they're a little bit far away, but when I'm talking to them, nothing else exists, and I fall in love constantly, and it's a hard burden for myself and those around me.
The burden of love. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of romancing people, do you speak any other languages?
That is an excellent question. Besides common, I do. I had some halfling friends, and I picked up a couple of their words here and there, so I know how to get around with some of them.
Cool. Where would you like to visit?
Well, where wouldn't I like to visit? Actually, no. To be fair, anywhere that surrounds water, I would hate to visit. So anywhere that doesn't have water, I would hate to visit. But I don't know. All the luscious landscapes around us, they get me so excited just thinking about them. I can't necessarily pinpoint one.
All right. And question 12 out of 15, we're almost done. Do you like pickles?
I hate pickles.
Oh.
They're cousins to cucumbers, and you know how my brethren feel about cucumbers. They scare the living bejesus out of us. I don't know why. But pickles are just disgusting. They're water-filled cucumbers, and they're hideous and horrible. I hate pickles.
That's fair. Yep. Question 13. A penguin walks through that door right now wearing a sombrero. What does it say, and why is it here?
It says, "Don't ask any questions. Just grab this bag and follow me. Let's move now. The ice is melting. We need to go." That's what it says, and I do as it says. You always trust a classy penguin wearing a sombrero. I think it's a very good choice of attire. Maybe not necessarily complementing the tuxedo look, but, it's experimenting, and I respect it.
The better the fashion choices of the individual, the more you'll follow their sudden, absolute demands.
Exactly.
All right. That's a good rule for life. So, Cloud, what would you like remembered about you?
Well, there's so much to remember about me, but I would like my charm to be remembered and my loyalty to my friends.
Yeah. Olive high fives you. And very last question, Cloud. What is one message you would give to your fans?
Just stay perfect, okay? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
I love it. All right. Thank you for joining us today, Cloud.
Thank you very much for having me, Olive. It was a pleasure meeting you.
And you'll see Cloud in an upcoming adventure. Goodbye.
Bye.